There's food called githeri, Kenyan food, Kenyan staple food. It's called githeri. And this githeri is the food we were brought up with. It is still food that we eat to this day. It's food that is made of maize and beans boiled together. Then after boiling for an hour, 2 or 3, depending on what maize you have used. You can use hard maize or soft maize. That is dried maize or maize that is coming from the garden that has got milk in it, that is not dry as yet. You still can cook with that and put the beans, and that makes it githeri. That is the staple food for many Kenyan homes. And I don't know if it is there in Uganda, Tanzania, the East African countries, or is it only in Kenya? I think it is only in, I don't know. I don't know what they call the staple food in Uganda, but in Kenya, that is our staple food. That is why you hear, like now when we are hard hit by the drought, we are talking of maize. Maize, because maize is all that we require in order to feed our communities. So guys, githeri is made of maize and beans, and yes, when you don't have that, you don't have food in your house. But that food is what I'm discussing here today. I'm discussing that food because it is the village food. When there's that food in the village, people will eat and be satisfied. People will, you'll feed the homestead, because you can either choose to just use it with salt. When it is boiled to completion, when it is boiled and ready, you can use it with only salt, and you eat that. Or better still, you can fry it with the onion and the tomatoes, and if you have some potatoes, you can mix up and make some fried githeri, and that is normally very, very sweet. So it is food that when you have it in your house, you know there is food. And now guys, there's that pot, the pot that cooks that food. In the village, we make a fire. We make firewood. Fire with firewood. Bonfire. Is it called bonfire? The fire that you light with firewood, and that's we boil that food with a pot, a traditional pot, a pot made of clay. Is normally the cooking item. It is what githeri is cooked in, and let me tell you, that food that is cooked with that pot is sweet. Guys, I've tried cooking githeri in the city with the normal sufuria, the normal cooking pot in sufuria. These ones that we buy from the supermarket, the normal pot, and let me tell you guys, it will never taste like that one from the pot, the clay pot in the village. I don't know whether it is the clay that adds the flavor in that food. I don't know why. I don't know why. Tell me, guys, drop down in the comment section and tell me whether you agree with me that food that is boiled with a pot is sweeter than food that is boiled with a sufuria. That githeri that is boiled with a sufuria. Usually when we go home, you are like, hey mom, is there githeri? You're asking your mom if there is githeri. And if she tells you there is, you obviously know that you'll not go to the fridge to remove that githeri from there. You run to the pot, because they store that food is still in the pot. When it's cooked and ready, they drain the water, they leave it there in a slanting position so that it drains well and it remains in the pot. It can remain in the pot even for 2 days. It doesn't get spoiled. And I'm telling you, that githeri is so sweet. Guys, do you remember those days that we could go to the pot and fetch the githeri, and you just put some salt in it? You put some salt in it and you just eat. So that pot, I don't know whether it's the one that adds the flavor. I don't know whether I should call it flavor. It has got a unique taste, very nice taste, and you will love it. You love it. You love it. So guys, why did I discuss this topic? It's because I'm just from the village, and not today, of course. And when I came from the village, when I got to the village, because we were going there for burial, when many people are there, you will not be able to cook for them as the mama in the village, as our mom, and attend the burial that was in the village. So what she does, that is our mom, she prepares that githeri in advance early in the morning and leaves it boiling by the fireplace. And even as we were at the burial site, food was still boiling by the fire. That cooking, the firewood will not die down. When you have put a lot of firewood on the fireplace and you leave it there, it will burn. It will boil that food for a long time. Even as we are gone, the heat will still be there. And you come back and open that pot. When you open the lid, you are hit by the temperatures from the pot. And wow, imagine you take a kyuga. Kyuga is another thing that I want to discuss here. It's like a gourd split in the middle. Half of the gourd is what we use as a kyuga. It's something that we use to fetch the food from the pot. You fetch the githeri with that gourd and you put some salt, and that time it is hot. You've just come from the burial place, and guys, you put some salt and you just eat that food. It is delicious. It is delicious, guys. Were you brought up with githeri? Did you know that style of just boiling and leaving it by the fireplace in a traditional pot, and then coming and just putting in some salt, and you are there sitting and eating and enjoying that delicious family traditional food? That is what greeted us in the village, and it saved our situation. Have you been in a burial funeral, and it takes hours, and you are so hungry, so hungry. By the time you are through, you are just hungry. That is us. We were dying to get something to eat. Our mom was clever enough to have left some githeri boiling by the roads, by the by the fireplace, and on getting home, wow, githeri boiled there, very sweet, and we enjoyed it, guys. Guys, have you ever experienced that? I just wanted to discuss that pot and the gourd, the kyuga, the half gourd thing that fetches the githeri from the pot. We don't fetch githeri from the pot with any other thing. We fetch it with the kyuga. It is the one that fetches. I don't know. We found it happening that way, and that's the same thing that happens to this day. So, guys, our hunger we saved ourselves from hunger that day. Our mom saved us, and we ate that githeri. We enjoyed it so much. And you know now what you do after that? In the village, it doesn't matter what time it is of the day, you'll take tea. So after that, we took tea, and let me tell you guys, it's just a matter of just sitting down now with your mom, your sisters and brothers who had come to the burial, and catching up, and it was so sweet. It was so sweet, guys. Family. Githeri. Cooking pot. That clay traditional pot, and the half gourd kyuga that fetches the githeri from the pot. That's what I was discussing today. Please like and subscribe to this channel. And were you brought up in the village? Did this happen to you? Does it happen in your countries? This is Kenya. This is what happens in our country and in our homes. Guys, thank you for listening. Make a comment down there, and let's hear what happens in your country, whether you have traditional foods that you enjoy even when you go to the village, or what happens. We'll see you in the next one. Subscribe.